Who shot you?
What's the word? It's your man Slop Shot You, man. In here with my man straight from down south, but not the normal down south. Because, let the people know your name and let them know where you're from.
I'm Alvakine. I'm from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Yes.
You know, and you can follow me everywhere. It's Alvakine.
Okay, got you. So Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. All right, then. So I need a description. What is Oklahoma? What's OKC like? I'm not going and saying that shit.
Like we was talking, like Oklahoma City, like everybody pretty much just know him from the Thunders now.
No,
Kevin Durant and Rhett Westbrook, like that's Oklahoma City.
Yeah, had Chris Paul for a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, for like a year or two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But what is it like though? What's the thing like? I mean, because you're in New York now. As a New Yorker, how would you explain that to a regular New Yorker?
I mean, I would say compared to here, definitely it's country, real country. Like, cause I was born in Oklahoma City, but I lived in Ardmore for a while, and like out there, it'd be gangbangers on horses. Like they would literally be wearing the wear flag around their neck and everything, like just going with the horses. Like it'd be a one horse town type shit, man.
Wow.
But like Oklahoma City is, you know, they got buildings and everything, and a lot of people get mad because like the oil building is like the tallest building, and everybody knows what that is, and they think it's tacky in the shows and everything.
I got you. Oh man. And so when did you start pursuing music?
I would say, man, I've been doing music since I was like, 14 and everything. But that was just, I never thought it was good enough to release. So I just kept doing it.
Perfect.
I would say probably about 3 or 4 years ago, I put out my first song. It's 3 years ago. I put out my first song and I started getting the momentum and catching up like that.
Okay. So the reason why I asked that is because I want to know, like, when you come from like a small city or small town, like, what gives you like the cojones to like dream of bigger shit? Because most people don't see outside of those. That's what I've come to realize in a lot of these situations. Yeah, a lot of people don't see outside of their city. So like, what gave you that ambition that is bigger than OKC? Because you're in Brooklyn now. So
so that's like a big thing for me.
Yeah. So where did this ambition come from?
I always had ambition, man. Like just me personally, I done had at least 30 jobs, from a welder to a sandblaster to pest control to like anything I could grab the bag, but like it was never enough. So like I always had ambition, but coming down here to New York City, I started thinking and seeing that a lot of the artists up in Oklahoma City, they wasn't taking it serious. And I didn't realize that till I wasn't in the city.
Okay. What was the difference? What made you like realize it? Like, what's the biggest difference in the grind?
The difference is like how like right now I got a whole family up there in the city that I left to come down here to chase something. Like a lot of guys wouldn't even. I mean, I talked to dudes who I was saying like you got to do this and do that. And I mean, I think you can go somewhere, but they don't have to drive to drive their car from Oklahoma City all the way to New York City. Like sleep in your car until you figure stuff out and get everything right, just so you can chase it in the city that musicians and everything come to frequently.
Wow, I mean, because being born and raised here, these are things that I take for granted. Yeah. Like that's a story in itself. Like it's just like today's the day. Yeah, today is the day I'm gonna get up and I'm going to go, because I've been having thoughts like that myself. I've been seeing it, like how things work like down south and stuff like that. And like the traveling has helped me switch my mind frame and stuff like that, man. Yeah. You sing, you do. But it's not. I wouldn't. But it's like more. It's melodic. You get what I'm like. How would you explain your music to people, man? How would you explain your music to people?
We get that all the time. Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like same way.
Yeah, how you put your finger on it because you're the one doing it.
Yeah.
Like, if you had to describe your music, how would you describe your music?
I mean, talking to everybody, we done came up with like it's more of an emo country rap type thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, I was thinking like I ain't never heard of ECR. Like we need to make this. I didn't even realize it was so different just until I heard it so much that people were saying like I don't even know what the category is. So,
yeah. I got you. So, who are some of the influences, man?
Man, it would have to be be like, cause still my top influencer. Like I just randomly Google this dude to see if he got anything releasing, but you know Wayne is always at the top because like his punchlines and like you know, and then there's Drake. So Young Money, well that's pretty much all I thought of Young Money was Wayne and Drake, and I know they got Nicki and everything, but those are my top influences. And then like I listen to a lot of old school music, and then like Journey, Don't Stop Believing, like old school like like rock stuff. I love that too.
Oh, okay, that's dope. Cause you know what, APK said R&B and soul, right?
Yeah.
And I was listening, and I think like to get me into this, cause like I do like if y'all ever told you before, like I do all hip hop, so you know it's like I get stuck in the frame of rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, a lot. And so I did listen to like a lot of old school to on my way here that put me in like in a mind frame of like how it would be like an R&B singer. But I'm like, I wouldn't even call it that. I mean, I think there's definitely like some P&D party next door elements to it. You get what I'm saying? But you know, you definitely like have like a little flow to it, like when you're rapping and things like that. How did you craft this? When did you go into the studio and you was like, yeah, we gonna cook up something like this?
Well, I mean, like, you know, when you go into the studio the first time, you don't even like how you sound on the microphone. And I stayed in there, man. Like, it started getting addicting. I was always in there, always on the microphone. So I kind of found out what I liked, and I just built off that, and then it turned into this. And, you know, I would listen to songs, you know, like the same songs telling about old school and old school rock, like R&B. And like I would start building off that, just like messing around with stuff, and then I just finally found my sound. It took a while.
Oh, okay. How long?
I say maybe, like I told you, I just started it, you know, just a few years ago, but I've been doing it since I was like 14.
So when you started, was you just rapping when you started, or were you singing when you started?
When I started, I was trying to rap like Wayne. And so I was putting a bunch of punchlines. I was just rapping, and like I didn't vibe with it. So then I started like Drake. I ain't vibe with it, and then like I just saw it was a whole thing with the girl I was with, and then I just came in there and said how I really felt on that. And I vibe with that one. So like I just started running with that. Like just tell the truth and you gonna vibe with it regardless.
Yeah. That's where what's your name song? Sad
Vibes.
That's where Sad Vibes come from?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sad Vibes. Guys, you know that song is definitely emo but funky at the same time. Yeah. How'd you put that together?
Nah, it was really just telling the truth of the whole thing. Because, like, it wasn't even supposed to be released. I literally just made it because I'm about to be like, yo, I'm going to try to put it in a feelings. I'm about to make this song and send it to her. I mean, it worked and everything, but then, like, somebody else was hearing it. And then, like, you know, the girl that, you know, we broke up with, you know, or the girl I was with when we broke up with the other girl, like, she thought it was good. And another person thought it was good. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to put this one out, too.
No, I got you. What was the producer?
Producer on that one, cause like normally I got like 3 or 4 producers I go to, but like it could have been one even. I think it was that one was Zane 98. I like a lot of his beats though because like he go with the whole flow melodic set. Like you have a lot of instruments going on at one time.
You got you. So I mean, like now that hit or we're happy, right?
Yeah.
Does that inspire you to continue to like make music like? Just like that, like whatever the vibe takes you, or do you feel like now that you have some momentum, there's some pressure to like keep the same type of vibes going or something like that? Like, how do we make music now that we found some sort of momentum?
Yeah, so like that's definitely like some stuff that was on my mind because like I'll be putting out tracks and everything. But I look on Apple Music and like the same 5 or 6 tracks are the ones that's at the top, and it's like the ones that I started with. And I've been wondering if I should just go back to that, or if I should try to branch out and like pull other people in. So we doing like a lot of different stuff just to see if something can pop up on the top 5, other than the same songs that's been up there.
Got you. So how do you go about like changing that now? Like getting something else. What's the plan for that?
Honestly, so like I got like stories to tell and everything, and like if I'm gonna be honest about it, so I just the beats I listen to, instead of listening to the sadder type beats or the slower guitar type beats, like I started picking it up, put it in, beat like the Baby or a beat like, you know, a West Indian beat or a tropical beat. And then just tell myself like, all right, you gonna make a track. If it's whack or if it's good, you gonna make it. Then you gonna get out of it. Like, you know, you ain't leaving until you make something on this.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's like testing your like how your limits and how far you can go.
Definitely.
Okay. And what do you feel like since Sava? What you feel you feel stuck? What you feel sticks the most? Like more up tempo, Alvakine, or like the more emo? What sticks the most now that you just found like I want to make a song every day type of vibe? What hits for you the most?
Definitely the more sad and emo type. Cause like those you can actually talk your shit. You can actually tell your story and everything, and everybody hear you clip. And I tried the more up tempo, and like we got some good songs about to come out too on the EP we dropping. That's you know, more up tempo and everything. But from the fan stance, like it's mostly the sad, slow type stuff that they really push to the top on Apple Music and Spotify.
And how does that make you feel? Like the fact that like I wouldn't necessarily say pigeonholed, but like they do fuck with that the most. Does it feel like, damn, I gotta be sad? Or,
Right.
Like how does that make you feel?
Well, it's like, yo, you just asked me, man. So like I can't get away from the bottle. So I'm always drinking something because it put me on feelings, and then I'll make a song.
Then you make a dope ass song.
Yeah, so I definitely turned into an alcoholic just from thinking and reliving a whole bunch of stuff that, you know, a lot of people just try to push to the back, like, cause there's been a lot that went on since I even started the music.
Oh, okay, perfect. So what has been some of like the valleys of this like chasing music thing?
I would say, man, it's like, you know, just coming down here and like not knowing nobody and trying to do it from that way. Only guy I known was my manager, and like, you know, I probably met like, you know, 5 or 6 different people from then. But I don't even be out there like trying to make friends or anything because I know I'm down here for a reason, and I'm trying to stay focused on that reason.
Okay. So how do you, from like fresh out of city, not knowing anybody, how do you
network?
How do you network? How do you get outside? How do you know, things like that? I mean, and this is advice for me because as a person now that's just beginning to like travel on my journey and what I do, you know, like your story is kind of inspiring, you know, just to pick up and go. Yeah. So like, how do you do it? Like in a city where you know nobody, how do you handle that?
Honestly, I mean, I probably wouldn't know the people I know now if it wasn't for my manager, but like, you know, coming down here, like even in the place we at now, like I'd be in the elevator, I'd be like, what, you do music or something? And then start talking in that way. And then through them, I might meet a producer that they use that's a nice producer and start chopping up with him. And like, that's why I had to be New York, because you can run into somebody really important in an elevator or at a McDonald's, like in New York City, so.
Yeah, okay. And has it been easy, like, forming these relationships, you think?
After, like, normally, but I guess it's the same way with Oklahoma City. Because, like, when you tell somebody, I do music, because, like, I stopped telling people I do music just for the reason, like, when you meet somebody, like, I do music, you know, I'm a rapper, or I'm a singer, or whatever the case is. Like, people, they probably heard that so much that it's just like, oh, another one of those. Like, okay, I don't even need to hear your music. Everybody, like, you know, oh, I rap and everything like that. Here's my card or here's my Instagram, and they be trash. So, and I know it's a lot of that coming out of Oklahoma City. Because, man, we was trying to put the EP together for Oklahoma. And, like, a lot of these guys just, they didn't take it as serious. And that was, like, a big problem.
Are they talented to you down there, though?
Are they what?
Are they talented? Is it like a thing of like wasted talent or?
No, definitely. Like I would say out of 10 though, out of 10 it's probably like 4. Like 40% wasted talent. But it's like, you know, they'll get in there, they'll make a good song, expect it to just, you know,
be out of here.
Yeah, reach Drake's head type shit.
I got you. Alright then, so you're working on the EP. Do you have a title?
It's called Do You Love Me Now?
Do You Love Me Now? I got you. Alright then, where did that come from?
That came from because like with the cover art too, it'll be me standing in front of a city that nobody can recognize, nobody knows, and it's just me alone. So it's just like me in front of the city, and like it brought me back to the point to where it was like I'm thinking about my city. Like I did everything, even trying to put this EP together, and like, you know, a lot of the people up there was just like they was trying to charge me when they didn't even have like a quarter of the followers that I got. So I'm like, yo, you actually ain't doing anything for me. I'm just trying to, you know, make sure that all the music that we got, any vision, any eyes that I get on me, you know, it's gonna be on YouTube. Just because you're an artist in the city, I was just up there like that. And I mean, they saying they gotta feed their kids and they gotta do this and that. And I'm just like, yo, I'm literally got to, you know, pay $1,000 for everybody, you know, collectively. When I'm not really gaining much from it, except, you know, trying to build an EP with just Oklahoma artists. It was harder than I thought it would be.
Really?
It was. It really was.
Yeah. All right. Then, so even like you're even like you branching out and you coming out here, your city you still don't feel like you have like the city's respect as you should right now.
Right. Because like I was just looking for artists to put on the EP, man. And it was hard because I'm like,
and artists was charging you for features.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, I was like, okay, well, can you Google them? I was talking to my manager, like, can you Google them? Okay, you can't Google them. What they numbers look like on YouTube? All right, I guess not. Well, what they Instagram page look like? Oh, it's a lot of dancing videos, or oh, it's just photos of their cats. I'm like, okay, so if they not taking it serious, so what am I gaining?
In my opinion,
yeah, like what am I gaining?
Okay. So that might be like the trick too. Like a lot of people don't necessarily understand the ins and outs of the music, and they figure like once you solicit or once you ask them for a feature, it's like okay, well,
you need me.
Yeah. Like we're like no, it's actually like really being nice, honestly.
Hey, like
at this point, yeah. But who was the biggest artist to come out of OKC?
Alright, so we talking about somebody who blew it big because
just like
country.
Okay. So anybody.
It was
anybody.
I believe it was Toby Keith.
I know Toby Keith. I didn't know he was from OKC.
I think Toby Keith was from Moore.
And
like I think that's the biggest country artist. And other than that, just people who was underground who kind of started having a buzz. Like, I mean, I can't even name somebody off the top of the head.
You guys away?
Huh?
Nah. I see your face open up. I'm like, you got somebody? Cause alright, so Toby Keith. I mean, but Toby Keith do his thing though. I mean, Toby Keith got like a few Grammys, don't he? Toby Keith, he do his thing. So country music is really big out there.
Yeah, it's big out there.
Okay, gotcha. And what influences does it play into your music?
I mean, honestly, it's about telling a story. Like, I feel like every country song, they ain't talking about I got chains, I got nice clothes, I got watches, jewelry. Like, they talking about a story, something that actually happened, and like, either it's gonna put you in your feelings, it's gonna be funny, or either way, it's gonna tell you a whole story from start to finish.
Okay, so there's more depth, more nuance to it.
Yeah, like, it ain't just random saying stuff and catch you, like.
Alright, that's dope. Alright, then, so, on a regular day, would we catch Alvakine? Sorry, would we catch you listening to like country music? On a down day?
It would be country music or rock music. Like, I ain't about to just go and listen to the new DaBaby song first.
Alright, so that's the music you would prefer.
Yeah.
Okay. So, who are some of your who would you advise somebody to check out as far as like country music?
As far as like country music, yo, there's this song by Tim McGraw, and it's called "Don't Take the Girl," and like it's this real sad song, but like it's a vibe. The whole thing is vibe because like I like the way people tie in the first thing they say in a song to the ending of it and make them both mean two completely different things, and he did that nice. So I would definitely say Tim McGraw, "Don't Take the Girl." Gotta check that one out.
Gotcha. Alright then, I peeped you did a song called Heroes, which was a tribute to like the people that we lost last year from Breonna Taylor to George Floyd and things like that. What was the importance of that? What made you feel like you as an artist had to do that? Because a lot of people try to stay like apolitical or non-political or something.
Yeah.
Why did you feel like you needed to put your hat in the ring with that?
I would say, man, like after reading all the stories and everything, and the one story that was really like over the top for me is like the whole Tamir Rice, and so I was just thinking like, you know, I could be apolitical, or I I can make a stance right now, like he can do this, or he might go and say something that's, you know, serious, because it is serious. And you got people kneeling in the NFL even though they got millions of dollars. So, I mean, I ain't got $1 million. I mean, the best thing I can do is make a song that somebody might feel and somebody might change their mind about the situation.
Got you. What's the racial climate in your city?
It's mostly white people.
It's mostly white people?
Yeah.
Oh, got you. So how do they feel towards, you know, the other hue?
I mean, yo, that's my fan base. Like, mostly my fan base is that. And, like, honestly, I don't, like, the white part of Oklahoma City would be, like, Guthrie, Edmond, like, north or far south more. But I'm normally right in the middle, to where it's, like, you know, you got the southwest side, and that's more of the Hispanic, and then you got the east side, which is more of, you know, black people. And I'm normally more on the east side or the southeast side, so that's where I was born, that's where I was raised, type thing.
Got you. All right, then. So I mean, now coming to New York, what was the biggest adjustment?
Biggest adjustment is leaving everybody, and like just being here with nobody except, you know, the few people that you know, that you like only met like a year ago. Like, you leaving people that you know for your whole life. And, you know, finding people that you just met or only met like a year ago, and like you just alone. And I just told myself that, you know, it's better it's that way because of the music I do, instead of, you know, the opposite. And
being the music come out being cat.
yeah, it start getting different. But like, I mean, it's been a good adjustment, but it's mostly because of my manager. I mean, it could have been a lot harder.
Have you found out anything about yourself since you left?
Definitely. I mean, I got 5 brothers and sisters.
Okay.
So like, I got 5 siblings, and I got a mom. Ooh, obviously I got a mom. And my mama, like, she was, you know, she's more of a loop type. She more, you fall and skin your leg or something, or you bleed it, she's gonna tell you to suck that up and go wash it off. But like, coming down here, I realized how much that, you know, I really like being around him. Even though I didn't see him every day, or I'd probably go a month without seeing him, but not being around to see him, it's like you want to see him every day.
Oh, gotcha. Are they proud of you?
Definitely.
That's fine.
My sister go hard for me, man. There's always some of her stories on her page, and she always, my brother's so fine, my brother doing this, my brother doing that, like, y'all brothers is doing this, like, she be talking her shit.
Your brothers could never. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Does that put pressure on you, though? Like, the fact that, you know, your family is looking at you, that they're proud of you, does it steer you into, or does it keep you focused?
No, it definitely keeps me focused, because, like, they'll say some stuff, man, it's just like, you know, oh, you need to hurry up so I can get this mansion type shit. So it's like, you know, after everything I did, there's no way I can go back to Oklahoma City without making, you know, life-changing money.
That's dope. It keeps you inspired.
Yeah.
I see, like, some of your cover art, it seems kind of like anime, kind of like what you call it, inspired and stuff like that. Are you into that?
Definitely. And, like, I didn't used to be, but if I had one show that everybody who don't watch anime to watch before they say anime is a dub, I would say Attack on Titan. Y'all watch Attack on Titan and tell me that anime ain't hard. Like, I watched that, man, and I watched like 5 animes after that. I was like, yo, they got me.
What got you into it?
My girl at the time. Like, so it's the chick that I've been with for like 13 years. So this is the one that we would bring in somebody to be with both of us type of. So that's something that she deeply into, because she ain't into the club, she ain't into parties, she ain't into being all hot on Facebook or Instagram. She would rather just sit at home, you know, play the game, or, you know, watch a movie, or definitely watch anime.
For some reason, that go hand in hand. It seems like gamers and anime.
Yeah.
For some reason, you know,
it's introversion. I think it's just like
they like everything that keeps them in the crib.
Yeah, in the house.
Yeah, facts. Okay, I'll be trying to figure out now, like, when do you have time? When do we have time to play video games? Because I'm not one of those people that look down on people that play video games. Because I play video games. I want to play video games.
Right.
I be fucking having no time, and I be jealous of like gamers that made a living out of it. Like, damn, you good enough to do that?
Yeah.
Did you find this time?
And some of them even be good, man. They just started a YouTube and they was
Twitch.
like,
Okay, you don't have to be good to start a Twitch.
no, definitely. You gotta be funny.
Okay.
You gotta be funny, like entertaining. I think that's with anything though. Like people only gonna watch it if you entertaining.
Okay, cause I got a cousin that he does Twitch for like Red Dead Redemption, and he's actually like really good. So that's what made me think like, damn, maybe you gotta be like nice at this to actually like, yeah.
Red Dead is that's a different game, man. I play that too.
Yeah, that's my shit. I'm the one that put him on, and then he just took it to another level, bro. He be online like.
Robbing trains and
running all this shit like bounties. Like me, like when I get a game, I'm not the online that I like Rockstar. They make like dope stories, so I want to beat the fucking game. I want to see that should be like play out like a fucking movie. So I'm like, I want to see how the shit ends.
Yeah, that's how it is with me too. Like the movies.
But my cousin, like, nah, he go online, son. That nigga got gangs. He squatting up
going
with
crazy.
Yeah, nah, he do his thing. All his guns is like solid gold. I'm like, damn, bro. Yo, man. So, what's going on for the summer? What do you have planned for the summer? Summer is here. Like, is there any big plans?
Like right now, like every day feel like a Saturday to me anyway. Mm-hmm. So like I didn't even realize the summer was here until it was hot as hell outside. So like pretty much the same thing I be doing is everything that I've been doing. So like I'm being here in the studio. I'm go to the interviews. I'm gonna go to the shows. I'm gonna go to the out of towns and everything like that.
Everything's music.
Yeah, as soon as I can, I'm gonna get back to the music just because, like I told you, like there's people counting on me. So
everything is music. Do you ever get burned out?
Definitely, but I would say it's a lot easier to get burnt out when you not burnt up. Like
that's what a fact, man. That's a fact. Cause like I mean. But you don't have no family here and all that, so and you seem like you have like a strict regimen of just like going to shows, making the music, out of town, networking and things like that. So where's the breaks? What's the break? Where's the U time? And what does the U time consist of?
I mean, there really ain't no breaks or U time, but I be using like going out of town as a reason to like this is a vacation, but it still works.
It still works. Okay.
Yeah, I get that done, and then like I'm in a new city. I can hang out, go see what it is.
Go figure. What's the first thing you do when you hit a new city?
New city. First thing I do now is unpack. Like, make sure I take my stuff to the crib. Like,
I don't touch none of my bags, bro.
Yeah, like cause I make sure everything. That's just from experience I had, but I make sure everything that we came with, we gonna drop that off at the house first, no matter where we stop and go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got you. All right. So now that you're traveling and your mind's opening up and stuff like that, what is the route for you? Because like I said, your music isn't typical, and now that you're out of city, you're seeing how people are responding to it. What's the route for you?
Honestly, the route is just to keep listening to the fans and stick to the music that they gonna keep pushing to the top and keep replaying. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna be the ones that push me to wherever the hell I end up.
Got you. So with that is that. So what has that been? Has that been more shows, more music, more visuals? What you feel like the fans have been pushing you to do?
Visuals, definitely. Because like people tell me, they